In the vibrant heart of Cebu City, two young Filipino sisters, Alyssa, who is only 11, and Mika, who is just 8 years old, stand on a small wooden stage built from old crates and planks, surrounded by the glowing lanterns of a local night festival. The evening air carries the scent of street food, laughter, and distant church bells, but all of that fades the moment they raise their violins. Their instruments, slightly worn yet beautifully polished, catch the yellow light as if they were made of gold. The murmuring crowd begins to quiet down, curiosity rising as the first delicate notes of Vivaldi's Winter fill the air. Alyssa's bow moves gracefully, her fingers quick and sure, while Mika follows her older sister with astonishing precision. Each note pierces through the chatter and noise, turning the street into a small concert hall filled with raw, unfiltered emotion. Their father watches from the corner, his eyes glistening with pride. For a moment, the humble Cebu street transforms into a stage of dreams, echoing with the brilliance of two child prodigies who seem to speak through music rather than words. As the final note fades, silence lingers before the applause explodes like fireworks. The crowd cheers, strangers wiping tears and clapping with joy. A tourist from Manila, amazed by the performance, records the entire scene on his phone and uploads it to YouTube later that night with the caption, "These sisters play Vivaldi better than professionals." Within days, the video on the Spread the Smile channel goes viral across the Philippines and beyond. Millions of views pour in, and comment sections overflow with messages of love and national pride. "Go Pilipinas," writes one viewer. Another comments, "This is what true talent looks like, no stage needed, only heart." News outlets pick up their story, calling them the Cebu Violin Angels. Soon, the sisters appear on local morning shows, always humble and smiling, practicing daily in their small home where the walls are cracked but the atmosphere is filled with laughter, rhythm, and love. Their dream grows bigger, and then one unexpected call changes everything. They are invited to audition for America's Got Talent 2025. Weeks later, under the dazzling lights of the AGT stage, Alyssa and Mika walk nervously but confidently, holding their violins like extensions of their hearts. The audience claps softly, intrigued by their small frames and shy smiles. Simon Cowell leans forward, intrigued by the story he read backstage about two sisters from the Philippines who learned violin from YouTube videos. When the first notes begin, the room falls into an instant hush. Their rendition of Vivaldi's Winter bursts with emotion, fierce, elegant, and full of energy. Even the judges are visibly stunned. How could two children bring such depth and precision to a centuries-old classical piece? As the tempo rises, Alyssa closes her eyes, lost in the music, while Mika follows with a passionate intensity that sends chills through the hall. When they finish, the entire audience rises to their feet, roaring with applause. Simon Cowell, known for his sharp tongue and high standards, takes a long pause before speaking. His eyes glisten as he says, "You've turned a piece of classical music into something human, something alive." It wasn't just technical, it was emotional perfection. The crowd cheers even louder. Suddenly, Simon reaches forward and slams the golden buzzer. The hall fills with golden confetti as Alyssa and Mika stare in disbelief, tears streaming down their faces. Their parents rush from backstage, hugging them tightly under the shimmering rain of gold. Simon smiles softly, saying, "You've just shown the world what real talent and heart look like." From that day, the Cebu sisters become a global inspiration, symbols of hope, passion, and the power of music to unite hearts across the world. The viral video of Alyssa and Mika spreads like wildfire across the internet, capturing hearts far beyond Cebu City. Within just a few days, millions of people around the world watched the two Filipino sisters perform Vivaldi's Winter, with such grace and intensity that even professional musicians begin to share and comment on their performance. News anchors on Philippine television replay the clip again and again, calling it a miracle moment of pure talent. On the Spread the Smile YouTube channel, where the video was first uploaded, the comments never stop flooding in, from grandparents in Manila, students in Davao, and even fans overseas who call the sisters a national treasure. The camera in that viral clip captures everything so perfectly: the flicker of lantern light on their violins, the deep concentration in Alyssa's eyes, and the fearless passion on little Mika's face. It is not just music anymore, it is a story of two young girls who dared to dream beyond what life gave them. The world soon learns more about the sisters' humble life. They live in a small wooden house on the outskirts of Cebu City with their parents, who work tirelessly to support them. Their father, a tricycle driver, saved for months just to buy Alyssa a second-hand violin, while Mika practiced on a toy instrument made of wood until she got her own. Every morning, before school, the girls play scales together by the window as the sun rises over the neighborhood rooftops. Their music echoes down the narrow streets, bringing smiles to neighbors who stop and listen on their way to work. When Spread the Smile uploads a short documentary about their journey, showing behind-the-scenes clips of their practice sessions, the story becomes even more emotional. People all over the Philippines feel proud. These girls are proof that great talent can come from the simplest places. The video even catches the attention of producers from America's Got Talent, who send an email invitation to their parents, offering the sisters a chance to perform on one of the biggest stages in the world. The moment they arrive in Los Angeles, it feels like a dream. For the first time, they see towering buildings, flashing billboards, and streets filled with people from all over the world. On the day of their AGT audition, they wear traditional Filipino-inspired dresses, the sun embroidered in gold thread on their sleeves, symbolizing hope and pride. Backstage, they hold hands tightly, whispering prayers before walking out under the dazzling lights. The judges, Simon Cowell, Sofia Vergara, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel, watch curiously as the sisters set up their violins. When the first note of Vivaldi's Winter rings out, the audience immediately falls silent. The melody flows like a river of emotion, precise yet full of heart. Simon leans forward, his expression softening with every passing bar. The performance builds until the final notes explode into a storm of brilliance that leaves the hall shaking with applause. The sisters bow, smiling through tears, overwhelmed by the moment. Simon stands, clapping slowly, then says, "I've heard Vivaldi many times, but never like this. You've made it feel alive again." With one powerful press of the golden buzzer, the crowd erupts in cheers as golden confetti rains from above. Alyssa and Mika cry and hug each other as Simon walks on stage, smiling and saying, "You've just made the Philippines proud." That golden moment becomes one of the most unforgettable performances in AGT history, spreading joy, pride, and music across the world. After their unforgettable golden buzzer moment, Alyssa and Mika become an overnight global sensation. The video of Simon Cowell pressing the golden buzzer spreads faster than wildfire, lighting up every corner of social media. News channels around the world broadcast clips of the two young Filipino sisters crying under the golden confetti while Simon praises them, saying, "You've just changed the meaning of classical music for me." Back in Cebu City, their small neighborhood erupts in celebration. Families gather around old television sets and smartphones, cheering and crying as they watch their hometown prodigies take the world by storm. Their parents can hardly believe what's happening. The same children who used to perform near the plaza for a few coins are now representing the Philippines on one of the biggest stages in the world. The Spread the Smile YouTube channel uploads behind-the-scenes footage showing the girls practicing backstage with quiet focus, praying before every performance, and video calling their family back home. The comments flood in from all over the world. Proud to be Filipino, they played from the soul. Simon was speechless. Days later, Alyssa and Mika are invited to appear on several talk shows in the U.S., where they perform short versions of Vivaldi's Winter and a Filipino folk medley. Audiences stand up in applause every single time. They speak shyly about their love for music, crediting their parents for teaching them to dream and their faith for giving them courage. Simon Cowell himself posts a clip on his official page, writing, "These sisters from the Philippines reminded me why I love discovering new talent. It's not about fame, it's about heart." The post goes viral again, gaining millions of likes and comments in just hours. Meanwhile, in Cebu, young kids start picking up violins and guitars, inspired by Alyssa and Mika's journey. Local schools invite music teachers to start free classes, calling it the Violin Sisters Effect. When the sisters return home months later, the airport is packed with thousands of fans waving Philippine flags and handmade banners that read, "Welcome home, Golden Buzzer Angels." As they step out, cameras flash and tears flow freely. Reporters ask how it feels to inspire a whole nation, and Alyssa smiles humbly, saying, "We just wanted to play and make people happy." Mika, holding her violin close, adds, "We wanted to spread the smile, that's all." Their words touch everyone listening. That night, they perform once more at the same plaza where it all began. The wooden stage has been rebuilt and decorated with flowers and lights. When they start playing Vivaldi's Winter again, this time the entire city joins in, people clapping, crying, and cheering under the open Cebu sky. The performance ends with fireworks lighting up the horizon as their father wipes away tears, whispering, "They made the world smile." From humble beginnings to international stardom, Alyssa and Mika's story becomes a symbol of hope, proving that real talent needs no fancy stage, only heart, courage, and the belief that even from the smallest place, dreams can reach the world.